Today we want to learn if one is allowed to smoke and vape on Tisha B'Av and other fasts as well. Well, just in introduction, we all know how dangerous it is to smoke and to vape. Most people know how dangerous it is to smoke, but they don't know the risks of vaping. Vaping could be even much more harmful than cigarettes because of a few reasons. Smoking cigarette, it's few sniffs per cigarette, it takes a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you're done. Then you take the other cigarette another half hour, 2 hours, 3 hours from now. But inhaling that vape is constantly the whole day. Not only that, smoking is taboo today. People don't look at it in a good way, and therefore people that smoke, they go outside, they don't do it in front of people, they can't do it indoor. Many people forbid smoking in there. People don't even smoke in their house because it smells the place. Vaping, people do all day, every place. It doesn't cause a bad smell, it doesn't bother people, and therefore people constantly involved with vaping, which is much more dangerous than smoking. But that's not our topic today. Our topic today is whether one is allowed to vape and smoke on Tisha B'Av and other fasts. So smoking, let's take away again all the risks and all the dangers that are involved, which definitely according to halacha is forbidden completely. But let's just pass that and speak about just whether it is halachically mitzad the fast asur, not mitzad health risks. So smoking, most of the poskim hold that smoking should not be done on Tisha B'Av. On other fasts is more lenient, but on Tisha B'Av not. Those that really need it may do it not during the reading of the kinot, but rather after chatzot, after midday, in the private, not in public. There are those that permit it that way. Again, for those that really need it. What about vaping? Vaping is already a different issue because vaping has in it also a taste. When you inhale vaping, you inhale also a certain flavor. Something comes in the mouth. And let's see what the halacha says about it. So if you read the poskim, let's start with the Kaf HaChaim. Kaf HaChaim, for instance, in Hilchot Tisha B'Av, in Siman Taf Kuf Nun Daled, Sif Katan Gimel, he says, B'inyan shtiyat tutun b'Tisha B'Av. Are you allowed to inhale the tutun? Tutun is a nicotine. In Turkish, it's called tutun. Can you inhale that? Katav B'Shirei Knesset HaGdola that there was a story like this that came in front of him. How do you inhale tutun? How do you inhale that? It's like a hookah, which is really feels the same as the vaping. You inhale nicotine, it works just differently. The hookah is on coals, it feels warm. Nicotine is, the vaping is more smooth. But in the end of the day, you inhaling nicotine clouds or something like that. And he brings over here from Shirei Knesset HaGdola that the story came in front of him like that somebody was asking about the tutun on Tisha B'Av, or somebody was smoking tutun on Tisha B'Av, and he put him in cherem. He put him in nidui so far, which means it's very severe, and therefore he writes, and that's on Tisha B'Av. Okay, so he brings over here in length, and he says that such a thing is asur, ashoteb, such a tutun on Tisha B'Av is something that's not permitted, unless a person really needs it. אם נצרך לכך ביום משום מסיעת צרכיו כנזכר, יש להקל לשתותו דווקא בבית הכיסא בצינה מפני הרואין. In other words, if one really needs to smoke, then he should do it. What does it mean he really needs to smoke? He needs it for his health reasons. In this case, we're talking about somebody who's constipated, and that's the only way he could really relieve himself. So then he says only for those people that are like sick, they will be allowed to go and smoke it, only in the bathroom, in private, and only for health reasons. Otherwise, it is forbidden. And that's what is brought down in many Sfarim. For example, if you take a look at Chacham Ovadia, that speaks about smoking Cigarettes, he says that it's in all the ta'aniyot, on all other fasts, one is allowed to smoke cigarettes, but not on Tisha B'Av. Tisha B'Av is not permitted unless a person really needs it, so then he should do it again in private and without people seeing. But that is only true when we're dealing with plain cigarettes. But when we're dealing with something as vaping that has a flavor, it's similar to chewing gum, even without a flavor. But chewing gum, it says in the Yalkut Yosef, in Siman Taf Kuf Nun, Asur lil'os gumi leisa, which is mastic. You're not allowed to chew on ta'anit gum. אף שאינו בולע. אך מסטיק שאין בו שום מתיקות כלל, if it doesn't have any flavor at all, which means שכגון שלעשו בערב התענית עד שלא נשאר בו טעם כלל, you chewed it already before the fast, and you took out all the flavor, and now you're taking some gum that was chewed already, and you want to chew it over again, it doesn't have any flavor at all, מותר לעשו בתעניות. You're allowed to chew it in all other fasts, חוץ מתשעה באב ויום הכיפורים. On Tisha B'Av and Yom Kippur, you're not even allowed to chew those gums that were chewed already and don't have any flavor in it at all. This is how also it's brought down in other poskim as well. Just to mention over here that it's brought down in the Nitei Gavriel. מותר לשאוף טבק בתשעה באב. You're allowed to sniff tobacco on Tisha B'Av, but that's only if it's dry, like those things that you just sniff them. But אכן טבק רטוב, but if it has moist, שבולעים העשן והאבל היוצא מלאכתו אסור, which means that you have some steam that comes into, some wet steam that comes into your throat, that's not permitted, that's asur. This is how it brings down over here from the Eshel Avram Mibuchach, because he says that that steam that comes out, it's considered like a liquid, and therefore it's not allowed. So we learned over here that one is not allowed to vape for few reasons. First, it has a flavor. If it has a flavor, then it's asur because of the flavor. Secondly, it is inhaling something that has some moist, it's not permitted. Not only that, even if it would not have that, but rather you just take something like gum and you chew it, and it doesn't have any flavor at all. On Tisha B'Av it's asur, on other fasts it would be mutar, but on Tisha B'Av it's asur. Same thing would be over here with vaping, that you bring something into your mouth and you swallow that steam, even if there's nothing in it, it would be forbidden, and one should avoid on Tisha B'Av.